All right, let's talk about Europe. And no, not the Europe of charming cobblestone streets and quaint little bakeries with suspiciously perfect croissants. We're talking about the Europe grappling with a reality that might make those croissant baking bakers spit out their berets in horror. Immigration. Now let's dive into the heart of the matter and dissect this whole ruined by immigration thing, shall we? Because honestly, it's more nuanced than a 14-page wine list at a restaurant that only serves bread and water. Oslo, land of fjords, Vikings, and a rapidly changing demographic. See, Norway, despite its image as a Nordic utopia, has seen a pretty significant influx of immigrants in recent years. We're talking about a country where nearly 1 in 5 residents are foreign-born.
Now, before you start picturing hordes of immigrants storming the fjords, let's be clear. Norway, like many European countries, needs immigrants. Their workforce is aging faster than a carton of milk left out in the Scandinavian sun, and someone's got to pay for all those lovely social programs.
But this influx has brought its share of challenges. Oslo, like many European cities, is grappling with the challenges and opportunities of a changing world. Next up, we're off to Italy, specifically Milan, the land of high fashion, delicious pasta, and a whole lot of foreigners. Italy has a complex relationship with immigration. Italians have a history of emigration, seeking fortunes abroad.
But traditionalism can make integrating into Italian society challenging.
Milan, an economic powerhouse, attracts many immigrants. This adds vibrancy, but also growing pains. The challenge is to integrate immigrants and create a welcoming Milan. Barcelona, the city of Gaudi, tapas, and, well, a whole lot of tourists. But beyond the throngs of selfie stick-wielding visitors lies a city grappling with the realities of a changing population.
The influx of immigrants, particularly from North Africa and Latin America, has put a strain on the city's resources, particularly housing. Now, finding affordable housing in Barcelona was already about as easy as finding a sober tourist on Las Ramblas at 2 a.m.
And then there's the issue of jobs. The challenge now is to find a way to manage this latest wave of immigration in a way that benefits both the newcomers and the longtime residents. From the sunny streets of Barcelona, we waltz our way to Vienna, Austria, land of Mozart, Sacerdote, and a surprisingly tense debate about immigration. Now, Austria, like its most famous musical son, has a bit of a reputation for being, shall we say, set in its ways.
Vienna, being the capital city, has become a magnet for immigrants, both from within the European Union and beyond. This has led to a noticeable shift in the city's demographics, and not everyone is humming a happy tune about it. Housing, as in many other European cities, has become a major point of contention.
Austria, despite its many charms, hasn't always been known for its embrace of multiculturalism. But one thing is for sure, the Vienna of tomorrow will be a different Vienna than the Vienna of today. From the musical streets of Vienna, we find ourselves in Zurich, Switzerland, land of banks, chocolate, and a surprisingly complex relationship with immigration. Now, Switzerland has long been known for its neutrality, but this neutrality has been tested in recent years as Switzerland, like the rest of Europe, has experienced an influx of immigrants. Zurich, being the financial hub that it is, has attracted a significant number of immigrants, many of whom are highly skilled and highly sought after by Swiss companies. But even with their economic contributions, the issue of immigration has sparked a heated debate. Housing, as always, is a major sticking point. The question facing Switzerland now is whether it can embrace the diversity that has come to its doorstep while still holding on to the values and traditions that have defined it for so long. Hold on to your strudels, folks, because we're headed to Frankfurt, Germany, a city known for its financial prowess, impressive skyline, and, well, let's just say the immigration debate is more heated than a bratwurst fresh off the grill. Germany, like a well-oiled Volkswagen, has long relied on a steady flow of immigrants to keep its economy humming. But in recent years, the influx of refugees and asylum seekers, particularly from war-torn countries, has thrown a bit of a wrench into the gears. Frankfurt, with its international airport and reputation as a global business hub, has become a major arrival point for immigrants. And while the city has a history of welcoming newcomers, the sheer number of arrivals has strained resources and fueled anxieties. Housing, surprise, is a major issue. The challenge for Frankfurt, and for Germany as a whole, is to find a way to balance the humanitarian need to provide refuge with the very real concerns of its citizens. Bonjour, mes amis, and welcome to Paris, the city of lights, the city of love, and, well, let's just say the city where the immigration debate is about as subtle as a baguette fight in a boulangerie. France, like a perfectly aged camembert, has a long and complicated relationship with immigration. On the one hand, it's a country built on the ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity. Paris, being the glamorous capital that it is, has always attracted people from all corners of the globe. But in recent years, the influx of immigrants, particularly from former French colonies in North Africa, has sparked a heated debate about national identity, integration, and what it really means to be French. The reality, as always, is far more nuanced than either of these extremes. But one thing is for sure, the Paris of tomorrow will be shaped by how it chooses to address the challenges and opportunities of immigration. Hold on to your frites, folks, because we're headed to Brussels, Belgium, a city known for its waffles, chocolate, and, well, let's just say the immigration debate is about as smooth and creamy as a Belgian mayonnaise mishap. Belgium, like a plate of mole's frites, is a bit of an anomaly. It's a small country divided by language, culture, and, yes, even opinions on immigration. Now, Brussels has always been a melting pot. It's a city where you can find people from all over the world, speaking a babble of languages and contributing to a vibrant, if sometimes chaotic, cultural scene. But in recent years, the influx of immigrants, particularly from North Africa and the Middle East, has tested Belgium's famed tolerance. The challenge for Brussels, and for Belgium as a whole, is to find a way to reconcile its humanitarian values with the anxieties of its citizens. Hold on to your stroopwafels, folks, because we're pedaling our way to Amsterdam, Netherlands, a city known for its canals, bicycles, and, well, let's just say the immigration debate is about as clear as a bong water after a particularly enthusiastic coffee shop visit. The Netherlands has long prided itself on its tolerance and openness, but even the most liberal of societies can experience growing pains with immigration. Amsterdam, with its international vibe, attracts people from all walks of life. Recent years have sparked a debate about integration, identity, and tolerance. Right then, love, let's pop across the channel to London, shall we? The Big Smoke, the land of Big Ben, warm beer, and a cup of tea so strong it can dissolve anxieties. Or at least that's what they tell themselves. Because when it comes to immigration, London's got a right proper kettle of fish on its hands. See, London's always been a bit of a melting pot, innit? A right royal rumble of cultures, accents you can't quite place, and enough food stalls to make your head spin faster than a spin on the London Eye. But lately that melting pot's been threatening to boil over, and immigration's got the burner cranked up to 11. Now, Londoners, they're a hardy bunch. They've weathered Blitz, tube strikes, and even Piers Morgan on morning telly. But this whole immigration lark's got even the most stoic East Ender raising an eyebrow. The truth is, London's always been changing, evolving, reinventing itself. Well, we've waltzed through Vienna, sipped espresso in Milan, and navigated the canals of Amsterdam, all while tackling the thorny issue of immigration. And the million-euro question is, are these cities ruined? The answer, my friends, is far more complicated than a simple yes or no. Because the truth is, immigration is just one thread in the complex tapestry of these cities. It brings challenges, no doubt, but it also brings vibrancy, innovation, and a whole lot of delicious food.